For over 100 years, Iowa State University Extension and Outreach has been serving Iowans. As our state recovers from COVID-19, we will continue to deliver information and education based on research to help you care for your family, manage stress, and support your community, your business, and your farm. We're here for you now, and we will be for the next 100 years. Together, we will build a strong Iowa.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Tips from an Expert Monday of Thanksgiving, headed into holiday season. Might be looking a little bit different this year, but we're still here to support you with whatever your reality is. So today's Tips from an Expert is supporting your small business, and it's definitely the holiday edition. We really want to focus knowing a lot of people are going to amp up their shopping, potentially supporting those small businesses that they love. So we've got Cam Middlebrooks with us today. Hi, Cam.
Hey, Leah. How you doing? You guys hear me?
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Thankfully, I don't think anybody wants me to try to lead the conversation.
I bet.
I'd be like, bye. The end. In summation, bye. Yeah. I'm so glad you're on. This was a quick turnaround. I emailed last week going, oh, hey, I think we should talk about holiday shopping. And you're like, yep, let's do it. So thank you so much. How is pandemic wave 12, 13? I'm not sure what we're on. How are you doing?
No, it is. I can't even remember when all of this started. I feel like we've been here forever. Luckily, my daughter, she's only 5. This would have been her first year in school with kindergarten. And it really sucks. She has to do it online. But the good thing, she doesn't know the difference. But yeah. I see it every day. Mm-hmm. And hopefully she's in the basement right now working. So hopefully she's good on her own. But you guys might see her here in a few minutes. I
already told you I gave my oldest some money and sent them off to a drive-through for lunch. So we're making it work. Virtual, everything at its finest, right? All right. So today, we're talking supporting your small business, focusing in on that holiday edition. We want to meet small business owners as well as community members, consumers, everybody, we're all in one of those brackets right now. And you're going to bring some support to help us a bit as we head into holiday shopping peak time, right?
That's the plan.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to pop off screen, take my notes. It's all you.
All right, folks. So again, we are doing this virtually. So bear with me. I'm going to let you know right now, I got notes on my phone. I got notes on the screen. But if you guys have questions throughout, please pop them in the chat box. But Jed, if you want to go ahead and move into that first slide for me. Just as she said, my name is Cam Middlebrooks, obviously formerly Cameron, but I'm a program coordinator with Community Economic Development for Iowa State Extension and Outreach. My primary focus is small business development for minorities, but we work across the gambit as well as assist with the nonprofit development as well. So first thing that I want to go over, these are 5 questions that I get asked every single day. I'm pretty sure you're asking yourselves, right? So when you're thinking about your business during this pandemic, and especially during the holiday season, you're probably thinking, what is working, right? If you're not, that's a question that you want to ask yourself, right? You want to figure out what portion of your business model is continuing to work through the pandemic and into the holiday season with this new rise in cases. But you also want to truly think about and really evaluate what is not working, right? Is it different? Is my store hours not convenient for most folks? Is the products or services that I'm offering not available or not what most folks are actually truly needing in this crazy time that we're living? But while you're thinking about that, you also want to think about who are my customers, right? Have my customers changed since COVID-19? Do my customers change from summertime into the wintertime? You also want to ask yourself, have I lost customer segments? And if so, why have you lost them? Have you lost them because of the way your business model previously worked? And if it's not working throughout the pandemic, are you losing them for some other reason? These are tough questions that every business must ask themselves when they're thinking about their business model and how to pivot their business model through COVID-19, especially to the holiday seasons. The last question that you always want to ask yourself is, how are your customers? What are your customers buying and how are they paying for it? This is something that's obviously changed a whole lot given this pandemic, but your customer segment for your particular business may be different than the broader population. Maybe the same, may not be. But these are all questions that you really need to ask yourself as an entrepreneur, as you look at your business model and as you think about pivoting your business model during the pandemic. Next slide, please. One tool that we use at Iowa State Extension to help businesses really think about their business model and if they need to pivot is the business model canvas. As you see on this slide, an example of what that business model canvas looks like. Three key factors in that business model that we like to go through with every single person when we start talking about this canvas is number one, who is your customer segments? If you want to think about your customer segments, you're really thinking about your target markets, right? Are they 18 to 35, 45 to 60? Depending on who your target market is, it's going to depend on how you market to them. It's going to depend on how you deliver your services, right? Another thing that you want to talk about or think about that we focus on is your revenue streams, right? Revenue streams for a lot of people have changed. If you think about, for example, let's use your mom and pop grocery store, right? Obviously, the groceries are one revenue chain for them, but also a lot of that stuff that's right at the cashier's table, right? Those are a different revenue stream that are typical for most people. But with a lot of people switching to curbside delivery and or just strictly delivery, right? Some of those additional revenue streams that you had in your previous business model aren't viable now because you're not having as many customers in your stores as possible. Another thing that we always want to delve into is your cost. Right now, a lot of delivery streams are, let's say it just for the lack of better words, are really messed up for a lot of businesses, right? They're not actually able to get some of the products from their merchandiser that they're typically used to getting in the timely manner that they're getting it, right? So these are a few things and a few key steps that we like to go through in that business model canvas. Again, those are 3 out of about 11 different components that we like to talk about. We actually offer this program introduction to the business model canvas virtually. And this is also something that we could sit down with you as a business owner one-on-one to truly figure out how you can pivot your business throughout this pandemic. Next slide, please. So 5 best practices that we have for this business model canvas. Number 1 is to just start, right? Here's the thing. We don't care where you start. We don't care how you start. In the last slide, I told you about 3 key elements to that business model canvas. But the best way to do this is just start somewhere. In addition to that, we encourage to use sticky notes. We don't want you to actually write onto that business model canvas. We actually want to use the sticky notes. And the reason behind that is this business model canvas is a living document, right? It's not you just do it one time and that's the way you're going to do business for the rest of your life. It's actually, this is how you test your business model. So we use sticky notes because you might place a sticky note under a customer segment, a target market that you want to approach, but you're just not having any luck getting that target market. That's okay. We'll pull that sticky note off. We'll add additional one and we'll try to test that out. In addition to that, we encourage to use bullet points and not just write every single point on every single sticky note. The reason is because just like I said, we want to be able to remove and add very easily and gracefully over the course of that business model canvas. In addition to that, we always encourage, don't get lost in the details, right? This is not a business plan. This is not something you're going to give to a bank. This is really just something for you to have a very high level picture of your business model and to test it out to make sure that it's working. But the last point is you do want to be to the point. You do want to be concise enough that you know exactly what your aim is, exactly what your goal is, so you can be as effective as possible as you pivot your business over the lifespan of this pandemic and everything, the recovery that comes out of that. Next slide, please. So 3 ways to encourage local shopping, right? These are steps that we developed over this summer, but I think it really holds true, especially into the winter months as cases are beginning to rise. And as we just deal with other diseases and infections like the regular flu, right? You want to provide and promote a clean and safe shopping experience, right? So by doing that, customers, when willing to shop in stores, are expecting safety standards, are taken by retailers, and are more likely to purchase from a retailer they know is following those safety precautions. A great resource for you is the Iowa Department of Public Health. They have guidelines on cleaning and disinfecting your stores to help ensure customers are safe. But in addition to providing that clean and safe space, you also want to promote that clean and safe shopping experience. Again, people are more likely to enter your store when they know that you have a clean and safe environment and that you're looking out for their well-being, right? Because if you look out for them, they'll eventually look out for you. But in addition to that, you also want to make the holiday shopping experience as exclusive as possible, right? You can do this in many ways. One way that folks are doing that is extending their hours or having exclusive hours just for folks who may be higher risk, right? These are just different tools or different ideas that you go about making this holiday shopping experience exciting and exclusive for your customer base. But again, a part of that promotion, you want to use signage as a part of your store's communication. From the moment they walk into that store throughout the entire store, you want to have those signs, kind of like you see on the slide right here, that really let folks know that you're caring about their health and their safety and the safety of others in and around that store. So 5 tips for creatively reaching your customers, right? Number 1, you want to communicate to employees and customers the additional steps you're taking to keep them safe, right? You want to utilize curbside pickup and or for customers that are at risk. In addition to that, if you do have the opportunity or the availability or the access to do delivery, that's always a great opportunity or tool for you to use as well. Then also utilize tone-sensitive merchandising and marketing strategies to provide a safe experience for all. Again, this goes from the signage that you have into your store to your web presence, to any commercials or radio experiences that you may have in the future, right? You want to let them know that you are open, whether it be by appointment or open for the general public. Let them know about the safe experience that you have and the opportunities for curbside and delivery options if that's available for you. These are just great ways to communicate to your customer base that you're providing a safe experience. But at the same time, you're communicating to your employees that you're trying to keep them as safe as possible as well. Not only being able to get them a paycheck every single week, but also making sure and ensuring that they're going to have a safe experience while they're in the store working for you and working for the customer base as well. So 5 best practices for success, right? Number 1, you need to, if you haven't done so already, increase your web presence. You want to do this by making sure your website is fully updated. You can also add a sign-up form to collect emails, incentivize potential customers to sign up by offering discounts and newsletters. You want to look to connect with customers through your social media accounts and be sure to have links back to your website on all your platforms. One example of this, small business here in Des Moines, it's called Lefty's Live Music. They're still conducting business through social media platforms. They are both delivering cocktails and streaming their concerts through their Facebook pages. So this is a great way that they've utilized their web presence to stay in business and keep their clients updated on what they're doing. You also want to send updates via email, right, to your customers. Make sure your email lists are clean and current. And some examples of updates to include are your store hours, if they're changed or could be changing due to the holiday experience, event cancellations or postponements, and how customers can access and support your business virtually, whether that be buying products online, so on and so forth. And new business procedures, right? What are you doing differently to provide this product or service to your customer? Are you doing delivery? Are you doing pickups? Are you setting appointments? Those are great things that you want to communicate via emails, as well as offer customized emails depending on the type of customer, right? If it's a regular patron, somebody who's been doing business with you for a long time, you want to be very specific to that. Or if it's a referral or somebody or a customer segment that you're trying to target, be as specific as possible so they feel like it's identified just for them. You also want to communicate your workplace safety. I've said this time and time again because it is that important. It's important to educate your customers. Make sure you let them know about your in-store cleaning protocols, your social distancing requirements, your order fulfillment options such as curbside pickup, delivery. Let them know that you have provisions like hand sanitizer at the beginning once you walk into the store and throughout your retail environment. And efforts to protect. Also want to communicate efforts to protect your vulnerable customers. Grocery stores right now are communicating this with their customers on all of the efforts to keep their stores clean and safe, including having special hours of shopping for seniors. These are great ways and great tools that you need to start beginning to think about if you haven't done so already, but make sure you're communicating that to your workforce and also to your employee and to your potential clients. Then you also want to think of some workforce considerations. What I mean by this, to keep your dedicated employees, consider reducing your hours of operation to reduce the hours of work per week. You also can consider furloughs instead of layoffs, right? If you do have to shut down or limit the number of hours, instead of just laying somebody off, consider furloughing them. That just builds some trust with your employees. And while layoffs terminate employment and your relationship with your employees, furloughs allow you to keep them on your payroll, but on an unpaid leave of absence. So again, it's just another great way and less paperwork that you have to do at the end of the day. Then the last best practice that we have for you on this is use local and state supports like Shop Iowa. We encourage everybody to, if you have the ability to sell your products online, sign up for Shop Iowa right now. This is a great way, no matter if you're a locally owned business or or someone who does business across the state. This gives you access to a statewide customer base. As long as you're able to fulfill those orders with delivery, this is a great place to promote your business and to sell your products in one easy space. Again, it's just an additional add-on to the web presence that you already have. And it's also something that's supported by Iowa State Extension and Outreach and the Small Business Development Centers as well. Again, this is another example of how communities can rally around their retailers. Great Tree Project Store is an opportunity that was created to create community-based social media where folks are actually putting up to buy gift cards so they can purchase products through their community. This would be something for smaller communities that I would encourage them to start. If you think about all the retail locations on your main street, if you had one landing page or one web-based, community-based landing page that you can promote all your businesses and promote all the safety protocols and sell your products in one clean, easy spot. It's a great way to build community, support community, and at the same time, sell your products and services. Another resource that we have at Iowa State Extension is the Back to Business Iowa podcast. This is something we started over this summer and is available on our website, as well as any place that you get your podcast. You can get it from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, so on and so forth. The great thing is episodes are in English and Spanish. And again, we have multiple podcasts released weekly. I can't even tell you the number of podcasts we've done so far, but I know it's over 20, 25. Anything from best practices to selling products in the pandemic, to also different resources from the banking industry to what's going on with state and federal government as far as benefits that can help assist small businesses currently and into the future. Again, highly encourage you to go check out our website to find this group of podcasts. We have well over 20 or so great content on each and every single one of them. It's just a great way for you to start thinking about your business and really work on your business as you're working in it at the same time. Some other research-based resources that we have, if you visit our website, is small business best practices. A lot of the stuff that we gleaned on this PowerPoint came directly from that. So we have even more resources for you there, as well as retail ready to reopen during COVID-19. Retail design best practices for those of you who have larger retail space and you want to design it in the best way to be as safe as possible for your customers. We have best practices and tips for that as well. And again, the Back to Business podcasts are always available, and we're talking about a lot of these same subjects in there. In addition to that, we offer one-on-one coaching on every single one of these topics that we just discussed. You can contact me directly or find the resources or the contact person, again, right on our website. We're willing and ready to help assist any and everybody at the drop of a dime. So I know we ran through that much quicker than I thought, Leah, but I really wanted to spend a lot of this time on Q&A anyway. So anything that's popped up so far?
Well, yeah, that was clear, concise. Like, I'm going to sign up for the programs you offer just because that was how I learned. I will say I was furiously typing, getting all of these awesome resources into the comments. So all of the things that you mentioned, if you're watching this live, head to the comments, make sure that you check out all those links for the resources you might be looking for. If you guys are watching this later this evening, maybe, or even this weekend, you can hit up all of those resources as well. And like you said earlier, if you do have any questions, comments, or maybe you are a small business owner and you've found something that's worked really well, throw those in the comments. We love to hear what's going on with our small business owners. So a few things that I'm going to ask, what are consumers looking for when deciding to go into a store or not? Are there some things that you're seeing kind of, in that decision-making process?
Well, I think signage is key, right? Folks definitely want to see safe guidelines, and they want to see those signs up, and prominently promoted. The first place for that signage, though, I think is your social media, right? Yeah. Your website. A lot of times with consumers, this is what I'm doing. Before I go out and shop, I'm looking on their websites, right? And I'm not alone with that. Sadly, right, we're not getting a lot of the walk-up traffic that we used to, but I guarantee when folks are doing that walk-up, they are looking for folks. They're looking for the signs. They're looking for the disinfectant, right? They're looking for people wearing masks in the stores. These are all things that are, some folks may consider them just optics, but they're very important to encourage folks to actually come into your retail space. Yeah,
I agree. When I'm in some of in a downtown atmosphere where you can kind of walk down the sidewalk, the stores that I'm most likely to maybe pop in would be the ones that I immediately see something telling me we are open. And then the next step of what precautions are they taking? Or like you said, when you can look into a store and see a little table right there with a sign and maybe even, that massive pump of hand sanitizer, like those are things that my mind, I see those and I feel I'm definitely more likely. I feel a little more welcome. I know that, signage is absolutely key, though. Another thing I've seen a lot of small businesses do that I really appreciate is that they're prominently and often displaying their hours.
Yeah.
Because a lot of small businesses specifically have had to shift because maybe they don't have as many staff right now. And so, there's nothing worse than wanting to go somewhere and not knowing if they're open. So that, like you said, social media.
To go on that, social media is key, but also Google. Make sure that you're updating your Google accounts that change those hours as well. And then also promoting, a lot of the grocery stores are having dedicated hours just for the vulnerable population, right?
Yeah.
Sam's Club has actually done it for, I don't know how long, that first hour of the weekend, is for individuals over 55 or 65. Those are great ways, great things to do for that population, right? Our uncles, aunties, grandparents. Make sure that you're promoting that. That's the key thing. You got to get the word out that you are open, that you're in business and you're trying to sell these products because it's holiday season. And I'm tired of Amazon already. I want to go out and shop local, right? We got to support local.
Totally. I actually know, I feel like, I hope that this year is a really strong year for small businesses because I do think there's a lot of people that want to rally behind their people, not necessarily putting as much money into those larger organizations. So communicating your hours, how to connect with you or contact you, because I do know a lot of, even locally here, a lot of our small business owners are more than happy to meet you at a time that works. But making sure you know how to, connect and contact them. So another question was, what are some creative ways small businesses are reaching people? You showed that graphic. We showed that graphic even that a local business had used where they, were doing lives and you could still order food and join them online. But what else are you seeing that's working really well?
Right. So, I'm seeing people, again, I go back to social media, but utilizing Facebook Live, utilizing Instagram Live, right? Really getting busy and active on their Twitter accounts, right? Any way that they can get in front of their customer base, right? In addition to that, it's the content. It's not always business related, right? Yeah. Especially when you're posting, you want to post multiple times a day, but it doesn't always have to be a sell, right? It could be just information on, hey, this is how I'm doing personally during COVID, right? As a business, I'm going to show you that, I'm not a whole lot different than you. The struggles are the same, right? They may just be a little bit different with the type of industry that I'm in, right? So making sure that you have clever, funny, witty content to deliver, but always, always, always have a reach back to your website. So you actually do finally get that sell at the end of the day and you get them all that information about your store hours, products and services, all that great stuff.
Yeah, that's super smart because I see a lot of people doing what you said, where they're posting those short videos or images or whatever, but making sure you've got that click. They're laughing at you and maybe they like it or they're whatever, but where are they going? Totally. Exactly. I've seen some really fun ones where people have utilized the craziness of kids being home, like you and I talked earlier, or pets.
My dog, he's banging on the back door right now.
Yeah. So yeah, I think being real with people is so good. And like you said, when you're wanting to post on social media multiple times a day, sometimes you have to kind of branch out of what you're doing. And I think I've actually seen some small businesses get pushed further into social media or their website or whatever because of having to be so virtual that it's actually ended up being kind of a good thing for them.
Exactly.
So yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna leave it there because you covered so much great content, gave so many usable sources. If you're watching this later on when the live is over, feel free to pop into the comments. Again, share with us your success stories, things that are going well, or if you have questions, want to connect with Cam further. There are ample amount of resources, also links in the comments that you can use and review as you'd like. There's some other social media platforms we'd like you guys to follow. So here's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, some places that you can connect with Extension, but also with community and economic development, which is the area that Cam works with. This is also his email address. Feel free to bombard him with all your questions. And he will probably, respond within 30 seconds, right, Cam?
Hey, 30 seconds might be a little quick, but give me 60.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but Cam has an awesome team of people. So, if it's not him, it's he knows the person to direct you to. Thanks for joining us today, popping on with this timely resource. We're headed in. We want our small businesses to succeed, and we want our consumers to have some good stuff to pick from for this holiday season. All right. Anything you want to leave viewers with, Cam? Did we cover it all?
Yeah, I know we covered it all, but I just want to encourage you all. I know this is a tough time that we're all going through this, and we're all going through this together. But this is really the time that we support each other. One thing that I didn't mention, but I think is key, is also utilize cross promotion. Right, when you have a business, could be a friend of yours, could be somewhat of a competitor, but if there's something that connects your two businesses together, there's great ways to promote other businesses as well, right? Whether folks coming into your retail location and you tell them about a great deal that's going on next door, you tell them about the great safety protocols that they're doing as well. Just lift everybody up. This is the time that we all need to be coming together. And really I'm excited about what's to come, because the one thing about small business owners and entrepreneurs is you guys are stubborn for success. You'll be the ones that will pull us out of this misery.
Yes.
So again, thank you for the time. Please reach out for any questions.
T-shirts with that, Cam. Stubborn for success.
I know
copyright.
That's
Copyright. We copyright.
Yeah, let's trademark
right here on live. Trademark, copyright, everything. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, throw anything you'd like in the comments. We'll make sure to respond and get back to you guys. Have a great holiday weekend. Cam, happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
All right. Bye-bye.